hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2020. Yes, we're still in the Ferrari, and yes, we're still full from the top. And those astute among you may have realised by now that we've lost the championship. Anyway, to cheer ourselves up a little bit, we are going to drive in one of those classic cars from yesteryear. Yes, it's the McLaren, the Vodafone. Oh my goodness, Jesus! Oh, I think the Hooks has forgot how to drive it though. I think he's. Let's restart that, shall we? Anyway, hello everyone. Yes, and welcome back to one of those classic cars from yesteryear. It's the Vodafone McLaren. Wow, the glory years at McLaren. You had Jenson Button and Lewis Hamilton, Sir Lulu, in the same team at the same time. Oh my God, my orgasm meter was at 10 at that point. But anyway, yes, what a great car it was. And unfortunately, though, it was superseded by Mercedes, who really come through to the fore and overtook them in performance. But yes, it was still a great car and a great livery, it has to be said, on that car. As we cross the line, and I think we complete our objective quite easily. Let's have a look and see if we have. Yes, we have. Pursuit objective achieved. Fantastic. Let's try to move on to the next Grand Prix. It's time for USA. Oh, wow. USA. Wow. What a coincidence. Anyway, as you can see, the practice program has been completed. We got more resource points. 1,862. Wowzers me trousers. So here we are at Cota, which is also happening on this day in real life. Wowzers! And oh dear, we seem to have a cooling system fault with the car, so we're going to sit in the garage now for the next 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So anyway, we now go out for our first qualifying run. We're going to get 2 runs in, of course, because of that time delay. And we are at the moment in 10th place at the moment. Yes, 10th position after our first run. Fantastic. So we accelerate forward now to our second quali run. Of course, this is going to be the end of the run, as you can see. Still in 10th at the moment, but oh no, we've lost it. Oh, wait a minute, we gained a little bit, so we might, yes, we got up into 8th position now, just behind our own teammate, Maxi Boy Verstappen. Are we going to continue? I think we may continue and see if we can get another lap in before the end. But oh God, no, wait a minute. No, we've gone right down the delta, so I don't think it's... Oh, wait, we picked up a little bit. Anyway, as you can see, we've got to the end of that lap. And yes, we have got up on the deltas, so we're in 8th for the moment. Let's see if we can improve on that and maybe get up into the top 5, top 6, top 7. Top 7, that'll do. Top 7, yes. Bloody-tastic. So that's it then, the end of qualifying. And we're now still down to 8th place again now. So we're about to cross the line, and I think it's going to be 8th, or maybe it might drop down a little bit. So we'll look and see what happens. Yes, it is. Fuck's sake. 9th position for the race at Cota, the circuit of the Americas. So there you go then. 9th for us, and once again the dynamic duo. Lewis Hamilton's got pole and Daniel Ricciardo is in second place. Of course, he's leading the championship.
Here we are then in one of the fastest growing cities in the United States, the fabulous Austin, in the great state of Texas. The circuit itself 14 miles southeast of the city centre and home to the US Grand Prix since 2012. The latest in a long list of iconic tracks to have that honour. We're racing today then in Travis County, Texas, around the 20 corners of the wonderful Circuit of the Americas. We'll be reaching speeds of around 200 miles an hour, and there are plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the 2 DRS zones into turn 1 and the very long back straight into turn 12. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Now, let's kick off our conversation with Alexander Albon. That was a great win in the Mercedes. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo, a strong showing from the Australian. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Perez, Lando Norris, and Verstappen, Gasly, the captain, Matsushita, and George Russell, Sainz, Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Magnussen, Bottas, De Vries, Daniel Kvyat and Alexander Albon. They've taken a grid penalty. Ocon and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the all seasons clear mode, and we say go, 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 and it's, here we go. Wow, great start for Live Looks. Look at this, he's already going for his own teammate, but Maxi Boy blocks him. He blocks him as we're about to go into the first turn, very, very tight left-hander, and where is Maxi Boy going? Oh, he makes contact with the leader, and he's gone round. Max Verstappen has gone round. He made slight contact with the leader. I think it was Lulu, but there you go. So we continue on through the carnage, and we're up to 3rd position. Yes, 3rd position, and chasing these Mercedes duo boys. And Hamilton's actually in 2nd place, so I think that was Daniel Ricciardo who got into the lead there that Max Verstappen made contact with. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I don't know if Max is still going at the moment, but he definitely spun out. I could just see him on the mini-map. In fact, yes, he's gone right to the back of the field. He's nowhere near the last car. In fact, you can just see there on the mini-map. So there you go. Disastrous race for Maxi Boy Verstappen. Absolute disastrous. And of course, the sister Ferrari that we are driving right now. So already Daniel Ricciardo has pulled out a gap of 1.6 seconds, and we're not even completed one lap yet. Not even completed one lap. We've got a Renault behind us, as you can see, and we are still chasing Lulu. Lewis Hamilton in 2nd place. He's just coming up to a 2nd in front of us at the moment. It's Sergio Perez in that Renault directly behind us. He's got Charles Leclerc right behind him in 5th position, and we are still holding on to this 3rd place. Pretty much where we've been the whole of this season, trying to catch these Mercedes boys, which has been pretty impossible, has to be said. So yes, you probably worked out now that we've lost the championship. So for only, I think, the 2nd or 3rd time, we are going into a 4th season on the all seasons as Daniel Ricciardo puts in the fastest lap, and we will see whether we can finally get this job done. We will see. Anyway, as we accelerate forward now to lap 2. Yes, lap 2. We are still chasing, and we've got some green flags going on. Oh, Carlos Sainz is out of the session. Carlos Sainz, he's in, of course, the McLaren car. He is out, just looking at the mini-map there. Yes, there's Carlos Sainz. He is out. Wowzers. So we continue on to lap 4 now. Still in 3rd place for the Hookster. And Hamilton's got the gap up now to 3.4 seconds. And Ricciardo is now 4 seconds ahead of us. So once again, I don't think we're going to be able to catch any of these Mercedes boys as we come round the final corner to complete lap 4 and go into lap 5. As we accelerate forward to lap 6. So it's time for us to make our pit stop, I do believe. Yes, let's see if we do come in on this lap. We've got sort of 33% wear on the tyres, so it's looking good. But we're going to come in now because we're already 6 laps into the Grand Prix. So yes, in we come from 3rd position. Hamilton's still going, I do believe. Was that the Honey Badger coming? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, the lads are going to put us on. Oh, look, there's no one else in the pit lane, actually. The lads are going to put us on to the yellow Stripeball tyre. Thank you, lads. Very fast stop. Yes. Wow, that was great. 2.6 seconds. And we've got a couple of cars there with some penalties. 5 seconds for Alexander Albon there. So I don't know exactly what happened there. Maybe that was the first lap incident, and they've got some penalties. But anyway, we rejoined the field, and as you can see, well, no, actually a car has just gone past us. I was going to say it was a clear track, but no, one has just overtaken us, and I think it was Kimi Raikkonen. So we rejoined in 18th position, just ahead of our own teammate Maxi Boy Verstappen after that very early spin, of course, as we accelerate forward to lap 7. Just going past the pits, we are trying to catch up to the back of Kimi Raikkonen, as you can see in the Husk car, but a lot of cars now have come in for their pit stop. Their one and only pit stop, of course, in a 25% race. Our teammate also has come in, and we're going to see if we can dive down inside of Kimi Raikkonen. Go very, very tight to the inside and make contact with Kimi. A little bit of contact there, but we managed to get through okay. So up there to 13th position, and still chasing Alexander Albon, who's now ahead of us. 4.2 seconds, in fact, as we accelerate forward to lap 8. As you can see, look at this, a huge amount of cars coming in now, 3 together. So this is going to get us back into the World Championship points, hopefully, as we come in the final corner. 13th at the moment, and we're now going to go up into 6th place, 6th position at the moment. We've got Kvyat in front of us, but he's still got to come in because he's still on the soft tyres. So we're on for some good points here at the end of the Grand Prix. As we accelerate forward out of lap 9, just going past the pits. The last of the runners are now coming in for their pit stop, which means that we have now rejoined in 3rd position. Yes, 3rd place, which we had pretty much from the start of this Grand Prix. Hamilton is in 2nd place, 6 seconds ahead of us, and Ricciardo is in the lead. We accelerate for the lap 12, just going past the pits. No changes of positions, unfortunately. We've got Perez behind us, but he's 1.2 seconds. Hamilton's still in 2nd place. He's now 8.6 seconds ahead. Can anything beat these bloody Mercedes? Well, at the moment, definitely not the Hookster. as we accelerate forward to the last lap of the race. And yes, Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger, is going to put even more points on the table for his championship campaign and win the race. Hamilton's going to finish in second, and we are going to be best of the rest once again and finish in third position just ahead of Sergio Perez as we cross the line. Wowzers, fantastic. Well, I have to say, there's not a lot else I can do in this championship, really. I give it my all, and I'm finishing basically where we should be finishing, which is just behind the Mercedes. And we get driver of the day as well. Fantastic. And there is Toto Wolff, the Terminator. Is your name Sarah Connor? No, it's Maxine Schmidt. Oh, okay. Sorry I asked. Anyway, there is the race winner, Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger. And such a shame that he's winning races in the all seasons, and he's actually going to get sacked in real life at the end of the season. Very much a shame. There's Alex Gillian. Yes, famous F1 YouTuber to the stars and Facebook gamer. And there's Antonio Giovinazzi, who finished in 9th position. Well done. So up onto the podium now, we have got both of those boys. And the Hookster's up there, of course. Don't forget, the Hookster's there. Look at him. So sprightly. Never mind the Mercedes bloke. Get over to the Hookster. No, put your camera to the right a little bit. There he is. Look at it. Oh, he looks a little bit slow on the podium, I have to say. I think that race may have exhausted him. Finally, after so many championships, the Hookster does look a little bit exhausted. Anyway, let's go to a replay now and see what happened to the only car that didn't finish the Grand Prix. It was, of course, Carlos Sainz in the McLaren car, and he's just slowing down for some unknown reason. Just must be a mechanical failure. There's nothing wrong with the engine. There's no smoke out the back, so yeah, just some kind of mechanical problem with the car for Carlos Sainz, and he pulls off the circuit. Oh dear. So let's have a look at the all-important points there. Daniel Ricciardo got 25 for that race. We finished up with 15. So in the standings now, we are 90 points behind the leader, and Lewis Hamilton's only 16 points, so he could nab this championship away from Daniel Ricciardo and Maxi Boy's in 7th place. So yes, unfortunately, it's all over for our championship chances for Season 3. But we will be back, of course, for Season 4. And in the Constructors, we are second at the moment. So it's time to move on to the next Grand Prix. It's Mexico! La 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 la. Okay. I'm done. Can we move the video on now? I haven't got anything else. That was it. Hello? So here we are in Mexico, home of the mariachi band. Yes, that's very, very stereotypical of you, Dave. Anyway, let's have a look and see what time we can put in for our first qualifying session, and it's going to be a cracker. 4th place. Look at that, just over half a second behind the leaders at the moment. We accelerate forward now to a little bit later qualifying. You can see that we're down to 6th place, slightly up on the deltas now. We're going to about to cross the line, and it's 3rd position. Look at that, and that means Hamilton's got pole at the moment, with the Honey Badger in 2nd place. Once again, we can't beat the Mercedes as we accelerate forward now to a little bit later qualifying. You can see we are slightly up on our deltas, we lost a little bit of time there. But can we beat Daniel Ricciardo? Can we split these two Mercedes straight down the middle? Let's have a look as we cross the line. And the answer to that is yes, we bloody well can. Look at that, 2nd place. Yes, only just by a 10th, but we did it as we accelerate forward now to the end of qualifying. So we're still in 2nd at the moment, but are we going to improve? Well, we're not going to improve, but are we going to drop down after this? Let's have a look and see what happens. Oh, for fuck's sake. 8th position. What? Charles Leclerc got pole position there. That's very weird. Lewis Hamilton got 2nd. Daniel Ricciardo got 3rd. We ended up in 8th place. Maxi Boy in 4th. Wow.
Here we go then. It's time to race in Mexico City, a place which gave Honda their first ever victory back in 1965. American Richie Ginther won from 3rd on the grid. And what are the Honda-powered cars this year? Well, Red Bull have been going strong here in recent seasons, so can they keep that record going today? At 2,285 metres above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners make up a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, and you can expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking too into the hard braking zones of turns 1 and turn 4. Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's begin by discussing Daniel Ricciardo. There's a real chance they could win the title today. So how do you think they'll handle the pressure?
I think as long as they keep their mind on the task and not its historical significance, they'll be just fine. This is a race just like any other. You do the best you can and accept that sometimes things are going to happen outside of your control. If they can approach today with that attitude, the pressure shouldn't be a problem.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and Albon. Norris, the captain, Gasly, and Carlos Sainz. Magnussen, Stroll, Nobuharu Matsushita, and Giovinazzi, Bottas, Russell, Kimi Raikkonen, and Daniel Kvyat, Ocon, and Nick de Vries. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the season's Kalim. And we say go, 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 and it's away we go. Wow, another great start for the live Nookster. As you can see, we've got Norris off to the left-hand side, Alexander Albon. Now, of course, this is going to get very, very dicey. He's already going past Albon, own teammates in front of him. Back to boy Verstappen. Let's see. Oh, he's had to call a cut on the grass a little bit there to get some space. And look at this. He's going for the move, and he gets through. Yes, up into 3rd position. We've just got Charles Leclerc. He has beaten Daniel Ricciardo, the honey bat. Well, in fact, what's happened to Daniel Ricciardo? He's dropped back horribly. Look at this, everyone. Daniel Ricciardo has dropped back. He's obviously lost out some ground at the beginning of the race there, but at the moment Hookster still in 3rd place and chasing Charles Leclerc. These Red Bulls apparently seem to be getting very fast towards the end of the season, and Hookster's just desperately trying to go around the outside to try and get past Charles Leclerc, but he's hanging on to this 2nd place. Hamilton still in the lead at the moment. Hookster in 3rd place. It's almost a carbon copy of the last race, I have to say, apart from the fact that Leclerc's in 2nd and not Daniel Ricciardo. But anyway, and we get a warning for corner cutting already. That's not good for Nookster. 2 more of those and he'll get a penalty, of course. Let's see. Oh, he's going for a move. Very early move there on Charles Leclerc, and he gets past. Yes, wowzers, me trousers. Up now into 2nd position for Nookster, and he's chasing like crazy. He knows the championship's over, but he is still gunning for it to try and get the best position he can, to try and get into a very good team for season 4. And we will see as Lewis Hamilton puts in the fastest lap, and we start lap 2 as we accelerate forward now to lap 3. Still chasing Lewis Hamilton, but he's now got the, well, it's not that much of a gap, has to be said, half a second, which is not too bad. Leclerc is still in 3rd place. He's dropped down a little bit, down to 1.2 seconds now. Perez in 4th, and Maxi Boy Verstappen is in 5th place. But where is the Honey Badger? He's still not in the top 5, so he's obviously lost out a huge amount of ground. Just look at the mini-map. He's still there somewhere in the mix, but he's definitely not up there with the rest of us. As I say that, onto lap 5, there is the Honey Badger. He just appeared on the screen in 5th place, so he's made to pull up some ground there in 5th position. And we are still in 2nd, still chasing Hamilton, but he's starting now to pull out a little bit of a gap to us. 1.2 seconds, in fact, between us and Sir Lulu as we accelerate forward now to lap 8. And now you can see as we're going past the grandstands that we're going to come in for our one and only pit stop. We're going to pit from 2nd position, which is all good. So in we come. Hamilton goes through and carries on going. We come in for our pit stop, and it doesn't look like any of the cars. Oh no. As I say that, Charles Leclerc behind us is coming as well. So we change on once again to the yellow sidewall tyre, and Charles Leclerc comes in front of us. Luckily that didn't hold us up, which is great news, and we're going to rejoin. Look at this, the Honey Badger goes past us, but he's still got a pick, but at the moment, yeah, he's gone past. And so we are going to rejoin. At the moment, we're down to 6th position now. Still cars going past us as we rejoin. In fact, a huge amount of cars going past us as we rejoin. Can you stop it now? Can you stop it? God's sake. Don't want to lose that many positions. Anyway, we're going to rejoin. I think this is behind an Alfa Romeo. It is. It's Esteban Ocon. So we rejoin in 10th position. In fact, we're right in the middle of all the traffic. This is not good. This was not a good plan from the pit crew for the Hookster there as we accelerate forward to lap 9, and we go for a move on Esteban Ocon. We get the move done quite easily there. So up now to 9th position, and now we've got 3 cars in the line in front of us. We got Bottas, we got Lance Stroll with you guys to go around the outside of Bottas, once again trying that manoeuvre, but it didn't quite work out. But anyway, we got Bottas in front, we got Stroll in front of him. Can't quite see who the other car is in front of him, but there's 3 in a line, but thankfully they've all got to come in for their pit stop, so the Hookster just holds his ground. He should be okay to get past all 3 of them, but is he going to hold his ground? No, it's the Hookster. He's not. Oh, he does actually. Wow, that was very unusual. That's Magnussen. Magnussen is now the car ahead of Stroll, but this time he didn't hold his ground and he got past Bottas because he didn't want to hang around any longer and lose time behind these cars. So up then to 8th place, but the 2 cars in front go in, Stroll and Magnussen. In fact, there's a huge amount of cars that are coming to the pit, so hopefully we can rejoin back into... Yes, 3rd position. 3rd position, once again, best of the rest. This is all we can do now in these races, is end up in 3rd place behind the dynamic duo. But as I say that, Daniel Ricciardo has got to come in for his pit stop as we accelerate forward to lap 10. So yes, there is the Honey Badger. He's now coming for his stop. He's actually going to drop right down the field because he was way down at the start of the race. So he's going to drop down to, I think, below 5th position. At the moment, we will find out. But anyway, we are in 2nd and Hamilton's still in the lead, 2.6 seconds. And Ricciardo is still dropping down the field, of course, as we accelerate forward to lap 12. So Daniel Ricciardo did drop down, but not as much as I thought he would do. He's still in 5th position, 11 seconds behind the leader, which is currently Hamilton. We, of course, are still in 2nd place, 2.5 seconds behind Sir Lulu as we accelerate forward to lap 14. No change in the positions. Still in 2nd place. Ricciardo still in 5th position. We've got yellow flag. There's a car out. There's a car gone out. Oh no, virtual safety car's come out. That's not going to be any of use to us whatsoever for the virtual safety car, but it has come out. So we've got a car that has uncompleted the Grand Prix as we accelerate forward out a little bit later. Now the virtual safety car is now ending, so it's time for the green flag and to say go 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 once again for the final few laps of this Grand Prix as we return to racing speed. Fantastic. This is now lap 15, just a few more laps left of this Grand Prix as we accelerate forward now to lap 18. It's the last lap of the race, so Hamilton is going to win it. Hook is going to finish in 2nd, Leclerc in 3rd, and Daniel Ricciardo has pulled up now into 4th position ahead of our own teammate Maxi Boy Verstappen in 5th place. If we could just hold off Charles Leclerc, we should be on for some good points here, 2nd place, but as you already know, it's not going to be enough to win this championship. As you can see, all the fireworks going off in the background from all the crowd here at Mexico. We come around the final corner. Lewis Hamilton has already won the race, but we are going to finish in 2nd place. Oh, that was tight. That was tight. Fantastic, though, yes. So once again, we were best of the rest, but in fact, we did actually beat Daniel Ricciardo this time, but that's only because he had some sort of problem at the start and dropped back. And we get driver of the day as well. Driver of the day. Wowzers. And there, once again, is Toto Wolff. Is your name set? No, you can only do it once per video. Stop it now. Stop it. Look at the lovely fireworks in the grandstands there. And there is the race winner, Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton. Well done, Lulu. Well done indeed. And once again, there is famous F1 YouTuber Alex Gillian. Shut up now, Dave. Shut up. Shut up. You're just promoting them now. You're just promoting them for free. They don't pay you anything, do they? No. Anyway, there's Luxter. There he is. Look at him. 2nd place on that podium. Lulu gets the podium, trophy for saying he's won it, but the Hookster's still there, spraying champagne in his eye. That's the spirit, Hookster. That's the spirit. Yes, we'll beat him. We'll beat him one day, but not today, unfortunately. So on to the points after these 2 rounds then. Hookster got 2nd place with 18 points. So now we're 84 points behind the lead. But look at this. This is getting well exciting as we go into the final 2 rounds. Daniel Ricciardo is only 2 points ahead of Lulu, so Lulu could definitely snap the championship away from the Honey Badger towards the final 2 rounds of the championship. Maxi Boy in 6th position, and the constructors were in 2nd place. Well, thanks so much for watching, everyone. You have been awesome, as always. And as always, of course, there will, of course, be more later. Oh, I should have cut that earlier, shouldn't I? Oh well, never mind. Carry on now. Bye.